what's up, Drip Fam? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're doing something completely different. We're outside, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to land a standing backflip on ground. Now, I do look a little taller right now. That's because I'm standing on an air mat. I'll just show you quickly. It's an air mat. Nothing much. You don't need this to do it. It would be nice though. What you really need to do is you need to be able to land a backflip or a front flip on a trampoline. If you don't know how to do that, I'll be going over that in a different video. But this is more of, if you know how to do that, you can probably land this. So we'll be going over just simple things to do. But you need to have some pads to be landing this on. If you're not comfortable landing with it on the ground, you need to have some pads to just work up your nerves to do it. It's what worked for me. I used pads and then I got the air mat, and it just helped me way more. You don't need it, but it is it's not recommended, but it is helpful, optional. But let's go ahead and get right into it. First thing, you guys probably already know, when you do your backflip, you want to go straight up. Don't lean back when you do it, because you're gonna lose momentum. Straight up as high as you can. Just practice that. You do straight up and tuck. You need to be able to tuck. Doesn't matter what tuck you can do. You can do cowboy, you can do front tuck. Doesn't matter anything. Just straight up and tuck. Just straight. You just need to know that. Straight up and tuck. You can do what I just did. You can do the circle. I don't know. It just helps me out. You can take your step forward, but you bend down and you don't just jump up straight. Don't do that, because you're not gonna get any air from that. When you take that one step, you go bend down and up as high as you can, and then we can work slowly to get there, which is just slow steps, just from doing like a kind of sideways cartwheel, which is more just like this, until you feel comfortable with that. So we can do that a few times. So I'll wait for you guys. You can pause the video right now, just practice that for a minute, but I'll be doing it once or twice more. So it's like that, just 1 or 2 times. You don't have to be landing it, just trying to get you into that flipping motion. There you go. It's okay if you land on the grass, it doesn't matter. And then we can go ahead and just, if you're still afraid of that backwards motion, you might just want to be doing some backward somersaults, which is just on the ground, back and back up. Do those a few times to get in that flipping motion. What we're gonna start next is pretty much the same thing, but we're just gonna go we're gonna go straight back, which isn't necessarily a handspring, back handspring, because you are still landing on your knees, but you're just gonna go straight back and boom, on your hands. So if you still don't know how to do that, I recommend just doing that thing a little more, but every time you do it, if you can't do the back, what I'm about to show you, if you feel too scared to do it, just slowly go back to what we started with and just slowly rotate back until you get there. But really, if you're ready, just straight up go like this. It's really close to that backwards motion, and you can jump up if you want to. It's smartest, but you straight up get in there, and once you get that, you go right into the back handspring. Remember, straight up. You don't have to tuck for this. It's advised to, but it's not really a tuck yet. We're just still going for the mechanics of trying to land that. So straight up, boom, like that. Put your arms back to grab that mat, but don't put them back too early. You want to make sure you get in there. So straight up and back, like that. Just a few times until you get that. If you got that, you can go ahead and start your backflip. And now, it might be very scary. It is. But if you can do that and you can keep landing it on your knees continuously, then you can land that front flip. But you got to remember to up as high as you can and tuck. As high as you can. Up and tuck. Ready? Good. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go. Now that's the backflip on the air mat. So that's also on your mat, your air mat, air track, whatever you want. Something a little lighter than the ground. Don't be starting this on the ground like I said in the beginning of the video, or you might hurt yourself. But now, if you feel comfortable doing that backflip, on the ground, you're gonna do the exact same thing. Those handsprings, unless you feel, you're like, if you feel like, you know, I'm ready to try it on ground, go ahead. Doesn't make a difference with shoes or bare feet on. I did it with my shoes first just because I didn't want to nudge my toes into the ground. But if you won't want to, that's perfectly fine. Doesn't make a difference. But you have to get that backflip straight down. Remember, arms straight up, and you gotta remember to tuck. If you don't tuck, you're gonna end up hurting yourself, and I don't want that. I don't want you guys getting hurt or anything, like in the cooking video. But remember, if you are ready, I'll do it one more time for you guys. Just backflip, just straight up and tuck. Ready? That was a pretty bad one. But if you're ready and you keep landing those consistently without like running forward or almost, you can go ahead and start it on ground. So you just want to, if you want to move to a different space, you can. But I'm just gonna kick my air mat over in case I need that again. I don't recommend doing this exactly after it rained because the grass will be a little wet. But if you got nowhere else, just go ahead, like, you can wipe it down with your feet. You can put a towel under you and do it. But I don't really have anywhere else to do it, so I'm just gonna do it right now. Remember, same thing. You can put the air mat behind you if you want to. You can do a backflip off the air mat to start, just off the air mat onto the ground, off the mat onto the ground. But if you are ready, same thing. But you've got to get that air. If you didn't put your arms up and you didn't tuck, you better tuck now, because if you don't do it now, you're gonna get hurt. So ready? Arms down. You go down, up. Ready? There you go. That was the backflip. Now, if you didn't do that, remember, you can still do on the mat, back handsprings, the side, to slowly accelerating till you get there. If you didn't do it there, it's okay. You keep learning. You can watch it as many times as you want. Have any questions, put in the comments down below. I'll hopefully try and make another video on this. We will be making one of the trampoline for you beginners out there. But for you guys who just did land it, great job. Remember to keep perfecting it. If you do it once and you don't do it again, you're gonna lose that. So you probably want to do like one every day if you want to keep it up to date. But remember, arms up, bend down, and then just straight up, send it. I'm Drip Drummer. Thanks for watching.